It's Thursday morning at sunrise, and I'm still not actually packed yet. Fortunately, this plane has to come down from Goroka and pick up some stuff. It's not leaving first thing from Madang, so I've still got just a little bit. In other news, check out all of the foxes flying around. No, those actually probably won't show up on video. Neither will the 25 million birds sitting in that tree over there. But they're cool to look at, so if you ever come visit, I'll show you. Well, I don't even know if you can see me because it's really kind of dark in here. But we are on day 2 of our time in Goroka. I have quite a few meetings and places I need to go today, and I am sicker than a dog. I don't actually know what that phrase means, but I'm sure if a dog got sick, it would be unpleasant, so. At least the sunrise is beautiful, right? It's pretty cool. Well, I'm definitely still not at 100%, but I know we're going to have to leave early tomorrow to get to the conference. And so I'm going to start doing packing, cleaning now because I've got a morning devotional, I think 7:45, so probably too early, and then we're heading out right after that to go from here to Lapilo, which is apparently not very far away. I'll see if I can get some video of that, and we've got an all-day conference. After the conference, we're leaving to go to Ukarumpa. We're going to ride over there with SIL, and I'll get some time lapses up there because that's one of my favorite things to do. So I've got good news and bad news. The good news is the conference this morning at Lapilo went really well. I got to meet some really excellent people doing some really incredible things with technology and Bible translation and church planting, and it was super encouraging. Probably not going to share a whole lot from that unless I can find a picture without people's faces, because due to the nature of the work and the places that these people work, I don't know if I'm allowed to share pictures of them, and I'd rather play it safe. More good news, the trip from Lapilo to Ukarumpa was incredible and beautiful. In fact, here, just take a look at some of these pictures and video. It was breathtakingly beautiful, even though I was sitting in the back of a Hiace. I will say, if you're going to take that trip, a Hiace, which is basically a really souped up minivan, may not be the best bet. We scraped bottom quite a few times on the road between Lapilo and Ukarumpa. As for the bad news, it turns out the car that we were going to take down from where we're at now to Madang is in the shop for some pretty serious repairs and probably won't be ready by tomorrow or next week even. And so the options are wait around for a potential plane that's already going down to Madang and ride it down, which is a lot of time to wait and probably pretty expensive, or take a PMV. I'm not super excited about taking a PMV, but it's probably what we're gonna do. If I do end up taking the PMV, I might leave this camera here and have some of my friends take it down, because you just kind of cram luggage in the back of those things and hop in it, and it takes a long time and it's very cramped. I wouldn't be able to film anything while I was in there, and I'd be worried about the camera getting hurt, so it'll have to stay up here. I am exhausted and rambling, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hopefully you got to see a little bit of what the day looked like and what the craziness of travel in Papua New Guinea is like. You know, I've heard that a bed gets comfier the more exhausted you are. And if that's the case, I was really exhausted last night because that bed felt really nice. Anyway, good morning. Also, I was going to go film the sunrise this morning, but it's pretty much just straight fog, so didn't really feel like I needed to do that. You can almost make out the mountains over there, but there's definitely no sunrise coming through it. So other than a lack of sunrise video, I think today's going to be pretty much like any other trip that we make up here. Buy the things that we can't buy in town, spend time with people that we don't get to see when we're in Madang, and enjoy not sweating for a little bit and try and find a ride back home. I'll hopefully be able to film some of that, but it's also going to be kind of a mad dash to get everything purchased and bought and everyone seen and talked to, and there'll be a lot going on. We'll see what happens. Also, the amount of people running at like 6 in the morning here is kind of ridiculous. I know if you're used to it, it's not that big a deal, and 5,000-ish, 6,000 feet of elevation is not actually that high, but I live at like 20 feet of elevation, and it's flat, and there's literal mountains here, and every time that I come up here and I see people running when I'm struggling just to walk over to the store, I'm impressed. Yeah. Good on you guys. I can't do that. It is about 6:30 in the morning. I've been packing for about 10 minutes, and I think our Land Cruiser will be here in just a minute. I'm actually really excited to be taking the Land Cruiser down. We had to get the clutch replaced yesterday, and they managed to do a full clutch replacement and check out everything, make sure we were all good to go in under a day, which is fantastic. So no taking a public motor vehicle, we get to take a Land Cruiser, and that means that the stuff that we got from the conference and the groceries we picked up here for my wife are coming down with us. Oh, and in case I didn't actually say where we're going, this is still Ukarumpa, and I am still living in Madang, so we're going to go down there. In an ideal day, it would be like a 5-hour drive. I don't know how long it'll take today. Maybe that. Maybe 3 hours. Maybe 12. We'll see when we get there. Also, that's the view this morning. No beautiful sunrise, but man, the clouds rolling in. That's pretty cool. Well, I made it back. I am in one piece for the most part. I think I slept 12 hours last night, which is insane. And the trip was insane. Just a quick recap. We flew up Tuesday morning to Goroka. Spent 2 days doing meetings, getting to know people at CRMF, the Christian Radio Missionary Fellowship. Awesome people. I love the work that they're doing and I really appreciate them. We hopped in a van with them and drove for about half an hour to Lapilo, where we met with some New Tribes Missions people and all the other people who came in for the tech conference. From there, we went another 3 or 4-ish hours in a different van to Ukarumpa, where we learned that our clutch in the vehicle we were going to take from Ukarumpa down to Madang was completely shot and needed to be replaced. We prayed a lot, didn't think that would happen. We figured we'd have to take a PMV down. It did happen. It was ready to go in less than a day, which is just crazy. Props to the Ukarumpa mechanics team. I really appreciate them. And we drove on Saturday, the next day, all the way from Ukarumpa down to Madang. So as soon as we got back to Madang, we went to go get some food at this new place that apparently had really good pizza. They told us it was going to be delayed by a little bit, and we weren't really sure why. And we were like, all right, good pizza. I'm okay with waiting. It's Papua New Guinea. I don't get good pizza very often. And we waited a little bit longer, and then they said it's going to be even longer than we thought it would be. And then the fire department showed up, and we're like, well, let's sit this out and see how it goes and just kind of hang out and get a coffee and see what happens. And then they asked us to evacuate, and then more fire people came, and that was fun. Drove by later, and the building's still there, so it didn't burn to the ground. As far as I can tell, everything's alright, but no pizza. Anyways, I am spending today, Saturday, washing clothes, packing food, and trying to get everything that I need ready for my next trip, which starts tomorrow morning out to the village of Tiap. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film out there for the YouTube stuff and for my sake, because my primary purpose in being there in the first place is to record videos for Faith Bible College and a few other things that are going on. We'll see how that goes. I'm covered in mosquitoes. I think I like the ants more.